Hello everyone. Welcome to Linux Forensics here at Pen Tester Academy. In this video, I wanted to quickly show you how we can actually use some of the scripts we talked about in the previous videos. So I have my handy dandy thumb drive right here, and I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. I've already fired up my virtual machine. And notice since I'm working with a virtual machine, as soon as I plug this in, my host operating system wants to claim it. I recommend, in order to avoid any kind of issues in a terminal window, you might want to make sure you unmount that partition. And that should avoid any sort of trouble that you might have mounting it in the virtual box. So I'm going to click on my virtual box, go to Devices, select my Lexar drive, and now it should be mounted here, and it is. Let's come up and go ahead and close that. I'm going to open my terminal. And I will become root. I will change to that directory. And I will exec my known good bash. So exec bin bash, no slash at the beginning. Oh, I actually have to go down one more level. CD to x64 for my 64-bit binaries, run bin bash, and that's working well. And I have to export my path. This time I thought I would do something a little different. I'm going to export my path equal to $pwd /bin : $pwd /sbin, using our little trick we talked about in some previous videos. I will do the same thing for my LD library path. So that will be equal to my working directory /lib64 : working directory /lib. That should be nice and happy. And now we said, in order to set up my variables properly, I will run the script, but I have to source it. So I will source bin setup client sh, and the address of my forensics workstation, as you might have guessed, is 192.168.56.1 because it's the host machine for this virtual box. So on my host machine, I will go ahead and I've copied all of my scripts to a cases directory, and I will start a new case. I will call start case, and I will give it a case number 2015-3-8. Once I do that, it tells me it's starting that case, and if I do an ls, I should see that directory has been created if it didn't already exist. I'm going to go ahead and run a tail command -f to follow the end of my log file. So over here, I'm going to want to do certain things. We'll talk more in detail in the next video about what those things are, but we did say the very first thing I want to do is send the date. So I will call send log, and I will send the log the results from date. And this will send it across. If I look, here it says sending log for date at Sunday, March 8th, etc. And here it says this is what it returned. So it has my time zone and all of that. I can also repeat this command, but for things like ifconfig, I can repeat this command for things such as netstat. I can list open files. And of course, that one I should have run as root, although I am root. That's interesting. Okay, so it just gave me a warning there. And I can do some other commands as well. As we said before, if I suspect that I have a bad binary, I can use send file and then give it the full path to, let's say, bin bash. And it should send that across. I can do that again. This time I'm going to send bin false. Maybe they altered bin false so that it returns true, etc. So now if I look at my logs, I should see an entry that says here's all the commands and their output, and here are logs of my attempt to send a file. And sure enough, you can see I have my files. Well, that's all for this video. As always, if you're enjoying these videos, please tell a friend and help us spread the word. We'll see you soon.